Welcome to my humble abode. I am Yorkie the Tail Spinner, and this Tales Over Coffee. So we start the day together with a narrative tale and a coffee, so hopefully welcome the blessed day. This Black Book. Well, having solved one part of our young changeling girl's problem, we're looking for a name now, I believe.
You see, Vasha, ask and ye shall receive.
Big deal. Hey, Demon's Cross. Соседkas don't shun crosses either, I presume.
But on the other hand, we could do without this rattle box chort.
Why are you calling a rattle box?
Hush, Proshka. Don't be angry, Grandpa. Maybe you're used to us yet.
All right, we'll see if it works out. All that's left for you is to get a name and a belt. Which will you start with?
And we're
First,
going
I would like to get a name for the girl.
Well, go to Vilgard. You'll find the priest there. Kolya, you should go too.
It's decided then.
Right, let's see what we have here.
Well, what do you want? Can't you see? I'm all cozy here on the sleeping bench. I'm sleepy. Ask what you wanted. I need to sleep. Got tired.
What kind of demon are you, Ikota?
That's how fiends are called. Ikota. If they possess people, that is. You know that. Any demon can become Ikota. Climb up on someone, got it, that's it. People will call you Ikota. Bet you can do it better than me.
How about Proshka?
Wanted to learn more about you. What were you doing before Akulina?
Alright, I'll tell you. It's a long story, mind you. I've told you before, I used to be a Susetko. For quite some time, I've lived there. The Transfiguration Church was built how long ago? Must be over 200 years. I am wise and old, you see. So you'd better heed my advices if you know what's good for you.
Never seen cats any wiser, that's true.
Good then.
Maybe you'll stop swooping your fur all over the Isba in 200 years, eh?
What? What about it? None of my concern. I have to look after the household anyway. You could have fixed the bench yourself, by the way. It creaks as hell.
Oh, I'll show you, you damn short.
Wait, Grandpa. You will do a better job, won't you, Proshka?
Sure, I bet one alright.
What with the church, then?
So about it. I've stayed as Susetka there from the time it was built.
You were Susetka over there in church? Or were you from some other place?
In the church. I remember that well. But what was there before that building? Damn it. Can't quite remember.
I wonder if we'll find out as we continue.
Let's talk a bit later. Maybe my memory will return.
Possible.
Why did you transform into a cat?
Cats kill people. For protection, that is why.
Okay.
Well, what you looking at? Scared, eh?
Yeah, right. Cats give no quarter.
True.
It is good that our father Tsar's army keeps them in check.
Oh, you don't believe me then? Let me tell you one story.
Cat on a mill. Once my uncle was working on a mill and could hear a grinding stone not working as it should. It rotated for a bit, stopped, and then rotated again. He came closer and saw a big black cat sitting on it. Grinding stone rotating as if something was hindering it. My uncle went to grab the cat, but it slipped by on the other side. My uncle tried to grab it a second time, but again it managed to dodge him. Then all of a sudden the cat disappeared with a crack. As it fell through the floor, and the grindstone started working properly again. Next day, people died.
Let's go. We'll talk later.
Right,
What
Nikolai.
was that with the stove? As if I'd believe that you forgot how to kindle it, and then you got a bit too scared when the demon girl grabbed you with the fire.
It is as you say, Vaisa. It's not about the stove. I don't know what's wrong with me. There was this one incident. Since then, I'm not myself when I see any fire. I'm scared of it, something awful. That's exactly the reason why the lads dared me to go to the Banya.
Makes sense.
They heard the... Only I'm not one to give up so easily.
But why? What's wrong with fire?
Oh, it's a long story.
So how did you end up a soldier?
Well, they took me as a recruit. You were just a kid then and don't remember much about it, I gather. Old Yegor just took you in after your parents.
Well, when you went into the service, was it by your own choice?
Aye, by choice. To be honest, some other lad drew the lot, but we have a large family, and I'm a hot-headed guy.
Right, and a fine one.
Quite right. It was my decision. I made my way to my field regiment, and they sent us to fight the Turks.
Did they give you your cross there?
Aye, that's a different story. I'll tell it later.
Fair enough, Nikolai.
Do you plan to marry that girl or not?
Let's help her first, won't we? She must be a strong girl to pull through that sort of thing. Maybe God sent her.
A demon? Sent by God?
Well, she said she was a changeling, didn't she? The girls of my age are all married. Who would marry an old soldier anyway? Only a demon.
About the fire. Would it take very long to tell the story?
Maybe not that long. Anyway, don't be such a bath broom.
A bath brew? Interesting
I'll
phrase.
tell you some other time. Don't you have anything else to do?
Bye.
Old
Igor.
houses and banyas are often home to demons. The masters leave, but don't always take their host spirits with them.
You've been telling me how you got your Khaldun power.
Right. Where were we? So, I became a shepherd boy. He taught me this and that at first at Prokopy. That one time, the cattle had wandered all over the place. And my chief turned up drunk. Drank a whole bottle of vodka. He couldn't move a muscle. Well, what other choice did I have? I went to collect them by myself.
Dangerous.
Managed to get almost all of them as midnight drew near. Had to pass Mikhail's crossroads on the way back. You know how that place
Indeed.
is. So there I am, with the cattle tagging along. The moment I stepped onto the crossroads, everything turned upside down. Winds out of nowhere. And what you know, swarms of shorts. Figured I'd quickly draw a circle around me, and so I did. And these shorts were just swarming on the edge of the circle. All sorts, you name it. Well, I think that's it. Everything turned out all right, as you see. Next time I'll tell you how I got out of it.
Fair enough.
What sort of spirits are those baniks?
Masters of the bathhouse, like a susietko in an izba. I don't think it was an ordinary place, the banya, before the worship of God.
What do you mean, before God?
I mean that our ancestors used to be worship the spirits of the hearth. Some Perm people still call upon Yan or Voipil.
God demiurge in Komi-Permian mythology, and that is a god in Komi-Permian mythology. Name is translated as North Wind. Now, let's take a look at our Pester. You seem to be done. But one day you seem to be done as well. You like hunger. Meanwhile, you like strife. Done strife. We don't have one remaining for strife right now. That seems to be about it. We have a visitor. Oh,
Greetings to you, mistress of the house. I was flying back from Igor's job when I noticed something. Some bandits jumped a Khaldun near the crossroads. He drove a cart. Perhaps there is something useful for you there.
indeed. Worth looking at, certainly. And that would seem to be the end of here. It's time to hit the road again. I should search for evil spirits in the forest near the bar. Shorts by the Isbar. With 6 damage coming in. And I think the torch is on you. 7 block. You're going to get rid of my bless, are you? Right? We'll take that down in Father's name. That. You're down. And I need a little healing. Of delay. There. That will block that. Or coming in, but I've got that blocked already. And that should be it. Kapushka, Serafimushka. And a new level. Let's get that, shall we? If we're going to use the shorts, we might as well have them bring money back. A peddler is a travelling merchant. Among his wares, one can sometimes find occasional enchanted item. Let's set off and find what we can find there. Peddler, do you have any wares for a cold
Buy an
room?
amulet and a trinket. Buy a potion, then drink it. You'll be as healthy as a boar. Demons fleeing from your roar.
Let's see what we have. Cemetery soil. I already have that. Deck of cards, 1 eloquence on battles. Big mortar. Oh. Right, so, no, I'm not interested in any of that actually. Was that what I already had? Oh well.
Buy an amulet and you'll be as healthy as a boar. Demons fleeing from...
Oh, that is for sale. I was looking at mine. Can't afford the 100. The book. Do vampirism on that heals 2 when an enemy loses health. Interesting. But it's well above what I can afford. Bottle of Tears. 2 poison for each page you read, excluding gestures, you suffer. Why would I want that? Steel scythe. Oh. Rusalka's hair. Heals 1 each turn, ignoring that. Ooh. I think I can live without it. German short. I think I'll save until we've actually got enough for something better. Valka backwaters. No one has seen any snakes here for several days. I suppose I drove off these creatures. It should be quiet here now. I don't mind walking through Quiet Grove by the river. Why do I get the feeling it's not going to be quiet?
You stumble upon a strange clearing. The trees are fallen, as if hit by a hurricane. Or perhaps the master of the forest walked this path. What's strange is that in the middle of the clearing, a single tree stands undamaged. You come closer and realize that the tree was saved by the prikrish herb that grows among its roots. You bow to the plant and cut it down. You take the herb and get ready to go on your way.
Leave the location. Go to Mikhail's Crossroad, where we became a Coldman for the first time.
Near the covered crosses, you notice a jug of milk and a loaf of bread. It would seem that someone still visits these old graves. With sadness, you wonder if dead men need any treats. You leave some coins and rest a bit before continuing on your journey.
Health restored. Off to the broken carts, as we were told about.
A cart has gone off the road, but no one seems to be around, neither its owner nor the horses. The cart itself is empty except for one jewelry box, obviously left behind by the owners. Its lid is slightly ajar. Glass shards of various colors gleam inside, reflecting the moonlight.
What do we know here? What have you done, you rascal? Each Khaldun has his charts. For a long time, we suspected Uncle Collion to be a Noah. But we hadn't seen his charts. So one time I climbed onto the attic, searched everywhere and found a jewelry box. It had lots of glass shards that looked like candies. Green ones, yellow ones, blue ones, red ones. I started to look them over, seeing how they sparkled. Suddenly, there was a sound of someone on the stairs. Uncle Collion had returned from mowing. What have you done, you little rascal? He screamed. The charts won't let me rest now. They'll torture me to death. That's precisely what's happened. Our uncle fell ill and died a year later. One shouldn't disturb charts. Ooh. Even after the adoption of Russian Christianity, some aspects of paganism remained. To a certain extent, there was exchange of supreme pagan deities for Christian ones, the inferior ones becoming evil spirits. This concept is characterized by the notion of double belief, an everyday mingling of one's religious beliefs and the worldview that includes elements of 2 religions. Syncretism works. Double belief is sort of double think, incertitude or tenuous indecisiveness about both religions. People believe in both Christian dogmas and the esoteric teachings. Russians observe the holidays of Maslenista and Ivan Kupela, both of which have pagan origins. A risk, but we'll take it.
You carefully pick the item up and get ready to go on your way.
Last platinum. Let's have a look at it. Ooh, nice. That's +4 health. I'd rather have that than +4 health. Right, onto the Bank of Colbert. The road to Bilgord passes along the picturesque bank of the River Colba.
From afar, you hear two demons arguing furiously. Their shouts make the treetops sway. It seems that they are arguing over a fish they caught in some peasant's fish trap. When you take a good look, you realize that a human soul is in the trap, shrunken in horror.
Talk to them.
Jack, a live one. Get lost, why don't you, while you're still breathing?
The devil himself can't order us around. I'll see you in hell first!
We've got no time for you. Can't you see we're busy dividing up the city?
Play cards for his soul. Possible. I'm not convinced I can play cards for him. Ah, he applied poison through me. I get it. Some damage indeed. Some healing. No damage taken. Unfortunately, we don't have any more healing. Never mind, that's fine. You'll need to do 1 damage. Constant forever. And so we move on to the Colba Bridge. Bridges connect 2 riverbanks. Thus, they act as a kind of border between worlds. It's well known that borders are a favourite place of spirits to dwell. Indeed, where the veils grow thin.
On a bridge over a small river near Vilgert, two cart drivers argue over who should have way first. They are arguing fiercely, not realizing that each has a demon over the left shoulder. It's the demon's job to bring discord and serve as a prompter of sorts, whispering lines into their ears. Nikolai bellows at the peasants, and they quickly forget their argument. A seasoned soldier is much scarier than any Chort.
Onto the old barn. Actually, no. Onto Lepotsky Lake. A curved lake on the left bank of the Kolva.
By the icy smooth surface of the lake, you notice a horse, anxiously shaking its mane. A couple of demons are tugging on its bridle, trying to steal it from its master, who is asleep beneath a slope nearby.
Let's wake the
You
peasant
shake
up.
the peasant awake and point to his animal walking away to the forest. The vexed demons let go of the horse as soon as the peasant crosses himself and takes the reins. As a token of appreciation, he gives you a handful of rusks.
Eastern Wood. The woods near the old riverbed of the Kolva do not yet have a name of their own. Everyone just calls them the Eastern Woods or Eastern Grove.
You walk along an old path through the eastern woods. At this hour, the moon shines especially bright. Everything around you glows with a mysterious light. All of a sudden, you hear loud voices and metallic ringing coming from the woods. You can only guess what this late-night commotion is all about.
Let's look
Trying
around.
not to make a sound, you go deep into the woods. Finally, the branches part, and you see a curious sight. Some Khaldoons, unknown to you, are trying to agree on the price of a pile of copper samovars. One of them looks deeply upset and constantly knocks on one of the items. It seems he wants to demonstrate its quality. You notice a pair of red eyes peeking out from the samovar. It seems
you have a
the
demon there.
Khaldoons didn't expect company. Both of them jump in surprise when they hear your voice and run away faster than you can stop them. To your horror, the samovars start to move, and an angry
Oh,
Chort
joy.
emerges from each of them.
So you are protecting him for 5. And you're coming at me with 4. Once and forever. Razi. Razi. Coming at me with 3. That's some healing. Igla. And you. You're coming at me with 1, so let's do a boil. Get a little more healing in the deck. Right, the old barns. Long ago people stored hay or grain here. And around 30 years ago, several barns burned down. People believe the place to be cursed, and these are now abandoned. Now the barns have built further to the east. What manner of demon is haunting the old barns?
Black silhouettes of the old Avins look like lurking demons. You search one barn after another, but there's nothing of value inside. You sigh and get ready to leave when a chill runs through you. You notice dark, demonic figures in one of the old barns.
Barns dry hay. See why they're not attacking.
Greetings, Master of the Avin. Let me pass into your domain.
Alive one. The peasants left me here. I'm to live here for another 40 years. You can hear me, I gather. That means you're a witch. Come
Indeed.
into my barn then and listen to my story.
Don't mind if I do.
I have centuries of wisdom to share. Might be of use to demon knowers like you.
Thank you, kind host. I'm always looking to learn.
Well, listen.
It seems as if many hours have passed, but the stars haven't moved an inch. You leave the barn having learned quite a lot.
Nice. And then we move on. Oh, there's a cemetery. The village is small, but it has its own cemetery. I should check it out. Maybe I can catch some demons there. Indeed.
You see a flickering light among the graves. You come closer, trying not to make a single sound. Soon, you see that one of the fresh graves is being dug up by an acquaintance of yours.
Why, you startled me, Vasilisa. I thought that the devil had come for me.
I thought you were nothing short of the Walking Dead.
What are you doing at such a late hour? In a cemetery of all places.
This is none of your business, Visa. And look who's talking. Good girls stay home during the late hours.
I think the days of Vasilisa being a good girl may have passed.
I can already tell that you're digging up a grave. What a sin!
Don't talk to me about sins. People say that you're a witch now.
Indeed.
Phew. My grief makes me dig. I need to take one last look at him. One last time.
All right.
All right. I'll help you. I too know the pain of the loss.
Together, you dig fast, and soon you open the coffin. A white bird suddenly flies out from the grave and passes right through the peasant. The gravedigger bursts into tears and seems paralyzed in anguish. You've no choice but to close the coffin and cover up the grave. You help the peasant find the road home. It seems he's learned his lesson. Meanwhile, you notice some Adam's head growing by the grave and pick it up.
And leave. The Trinity Church, our final destination. If you'll pardon the reference to a death movie there. The church stands atop the northern slope, the most scenic spot in Vilgord. It was built with white stone, and at night it looks like it glows. In the sun, it shines even brighter.
You arrive during the long, pre-dawn twilight. Sharp points of age-old fir trees from a jagged wall far behind the church of Vilgord. The priest has already begun preparations for the morning rituals. He notices you, puts aside his chores, and greets you.
Read him back.
Who goes there at the crack of dawn? Is it you, Vasilisa? Cover your head, girl. Tfu!
Morning, Holy Father.
Kolya? Is that you? And don't tell me you want me to marry you to.
No.
Well, it's too early for me. Kolya, on the other hand.
Hey, Vasa. Don't go deciding the things for me.
We came for another reason, actually. We need a name. An orthodox one. From the list of the holy names. From the Sviatse.
What was the new knowledge? Menologies. Menologies or Sviatse are the calendars of the Orthodox Church. Church liturgical books that donate the days of remembrance, the saints. An annual cycle of church holidays. They were included in many liturgical books and indicate the features of worship services for any given day. Among peasants, Sviatse were often used to decide the name of a child. A child would receive one of the names of the saints who were being venerated that day by the Orthodox Church.
It can't be. Are you expecting?
No, we want to give a name to her demon.
Ah,
Want to what?
well done.
Father Yefrem sways, walks back to the nearest wall, and sits heavily on a bench.
Are you sure you don't want to marry?
It's all for good. We want to free this girl.
You explain your encounter with the Banya bride and what she needs for her freedom.
I've heard about the changelings. Not sure how it works, though. I can't give you a name. The church tricked you both. Nothing good can come of it.
Choosing a name from Svatsi turns out to be not such an easy task. How can I make him reconsider? What if it's not a demon, but a Christian soul doomed to suffer? That would be a sin for sure.
Truly. They say you are a witch now, Vasya. It will soon be the harvest day of Ivan the Long. We need to disperse the dry winds, help our village, and I, in turn, will help you with the name.
It's a deal. I know a ritual to thwart dry winds. We'll go visit the field.
All right. You'll have your name.
Father Yefrem opens a heavy book with a silver cover.
Choose. These days we honor the holy Claudia, Matriona, and Alexandra.
We'll name her Claudia.
Claudia means lame. Seems fit for a demon.
Thank you, Father.
There we are. Have a name.
Well, the field is about a mile to the west.
I'll try to thwart the winds.
Let's see what we
You
can
soon
do.
arrive at your destination. The field looks empty in the twilight of the dawn. Cold wind seems to penetrate you to the bone. When you step onto the plowed field, you sense a familiar shiver. This field harbors evil spirits.
Let's
You
look
find
around.
a poorly hidden bundle of old wheat ears. It's a Khaldun's zalom. The stems are tied in a knot and dusted with ashes and salt. Fresh grave soil, eggshells, and steamed grains are laid around it. You draw a circle. You feel that demons are not far off.
A kind of harmful sorcery related to agriculture. A bundle of wheat ears are tied in a special way and enchanted with a special rod to sagabors. A Zalom can destroy crops, as well as cause sickness.
Wind, oh wind of the seven brothers, the oldest one. Do not blow from the rotten corner. Do not bring rain from the west. But blow us warmth. Render good service to our people. Bring forth pleasant rain. Joy to plowmen. Glory to you, fierce one.
You finish reciting the Zagaver, and for a moment, silence falls. Suddenly, a creaky voice from behind startles you.
Just see what the knowledge was first. We know about Zagavors.
You sure are a strange creatures. First you curse it, then you bless it right after.
By you, do you mean us Khalduns?
Ha! Humans. Always on the border between worlds, and that is why you always lose. But who am I to complain? My name is Andriko. And you, I've heard about you. You're the new witch, Vasilisa.
Indeed.
So is it you who spoils the field, sending dry winds?
Spoil? I am helping the peasants, and I am a master at this. I mean, surely you understand that this is for their own good, don't you?
What possible good can broken rye do?
Oh, you disappoint me. All right, here's the thing. The peasants will have a bad harvest this year. That
To
is
work harder.
so, but it will make them search for new, better ways to grow wheat.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
So when the real famine comes, people will be ready. Their newly gained skills will help them overcome the true hardships. As you can see, I am a visionary. Well, now, shall we go our separate ways?
I think not.
People will die. You call that progress?
There is a reason when we do vaccination, we usually use non-live inoculation. Because if you don't, though it can help you grow stronger, it can also kill.
I've had enough of your lies. You're going back to hell.
Depending on what it is. 150. And you are going... All minions disappear when this demon dies. Someone's more evil spirit. Well... Bullshit. Bullshit. That. Vanilla, I guess. We're going to protect him if you can. I think not. Ah, you equipped yourself. I didn't think you were doing that. You're coming at me with 3. Or with 6. You're coming at me with 18. My mistake. Coming up with another 18. In Father's name. Abdullah. Abdullah. You are dealing a random pay. Amen. Some healing. Riga and that.
Shouldn't have got in my way.
And yet I have. Deal with it.
18 incoming. How do I... Bullshit. You're going to defend yourself, are you? Let's get some healing. A boil ready for next time. Actually, take down a boil. Nope, we need a boil, I guess. You have 13 blocks. Alright, well. Some healing. In Father's name. Another. And Scorch It. You can put me with a backhander. Permanent stone. Some healing. Creature. Right. Next you're coming in with 18 damage. Let's do some healing. Getting ready to defend yourself again. With a lot. More healing. Giga. Scorch It. A save. We're going to seal something. Healing. Gesture. Scorch It, Arouse, and Arouse. And you're coming in with a lot of damage. Healing. How to lie. I think it's going to be time to use an Adam. You can hit backhanded. And we're going to block. Scorch it, Urazi, from once and forever. Next turn, my friend, you should be down. There we are. 30 ruble. And we're back home.
So the name of the girl will be... a fitting name. You did the right thing sorting out that demon. Won't spoil any good crops anymore. The only thing left to do is visit the spinner. Vasilisa and I are going to see the spinner. There's nothing for you to do there, Kolya. Understand?
Sure did.
And one more thing. Don't say anything about the Banya or the bride. The spinner can't stand demons, though she looks like one herself. Got it?
Yes, indeed. And that, where we'll pause it until next time. So we have a cross, we have a name. Next. Very well.